Have you ever wondered what your body is doing while you sleep? Not just resting, but repairing, cleansing, rewriting the story of your arteries in silence? Because every night, as your heart keeps its steady rhythm, tiny immune cells patrol your blood vessels, searching for damage, inflammation, and the earliest traces of plaque. Aging does not end this process. It only makes it more important. And what you place in your body before rest can gently guide how this nighttime healing unfolds. First, imagine your oatmeal not as food, but as a message to your cells. When you stir in ginger, cayenne, turmeric, cinnamon, and natto, you are not adding flavor. You are adding biochemical instructions. Ginger warms the circulation and quietly lowers inflammatory signals that stiffen arteries. Cayenne, with its subtle fire, encourages blood flow. These are not dramatic changes. They are whispers to the endothelium, the delicate lining of your arteries, asking it to soften and breathe again. Ginger powder is like a quiet flame that never burns, only warms, moving gently through the body as if it were reminding every tired cell that motion is life and flow is freedom. It carries a sense of awakening, not in a loud or demanding way, but in a way that feels like the first light of morning slipping through closed curtains. When you take it in, there is a subtle message that travels inward, one that says it is safe to move again, safe to soften, safe to release what has been held for too long. With time, the body begins to respond, not with force, but with trust, as if it remembers something ancient about rhythm, circulation, and the quiet joy of inner warmth. There is a comfort in this warmth that goes beyond temperature, a deep emotional reassurance that the body is not failing, only adapting and still capable of renewal. Ginger does not rush the body or ask it to become something else. It simply encourages it to return to itself. In the stillness of the night, when the world grows quiet and the mind slows, that gentle warmth seems to spread, like a soft current moving through a river that had grown calm and heavy. It is not dramatic, not instant, but steady, like the slow turning of seasons inside the chest. As you rest, the body listens. It feels the presence of this warmth and begins to loosen what has tightened over the years. The stiffness, the fatigue, the sense of being weighed down by time. The heart feels less guarded. The breath feels a little easier. And there is a sense that something is finally flowing again. It is not about fixing or forcing change, but about allowing movement where stillness has lingered too long. Ginger becomes a companion in this process, walking quietly beside the body as it relearns how to move with grace. There is also a gentle emotional shift that comes with this warmth, a feeling of being supported rather than pushed, of being cared for rather than corrected. It reminds you that healing does not have to be harsh or demanding, that even small comforts can carry great meaning. Each night, as the body settles into rest, this warmth feels like a soft reassurance that you are not alone in your journey, that something within you is still vibrant, still responsive, still alive. Over time, this simple presence becomes a ritual, a moment of connection between intention and rest. It is not about expecting miracles, but about welcoming steady change, about trusting that the body knows what to do when it is gently encouraged. Ginger does not promise perfection, only progress, not transformation, only motion. And in that motion there is a quiet hope that continues to grow, like a flame that never fades, only glows. Cayenne pepper powder carries a quiet spark that feels like a gentle awakening deep within, not loud or overwhelming, but steady and alive, like the soft glow of embers beneath the surface. It brings a sense of energy that does not rush or demand, but slowly reminds the body that it was made to feel light, warm, and moving. There is something comforting about this subtle fire, because it feels less like stimulation and more like encouragement, as if the body is being softly guided back toward a feeling it once knew well. With each moment of rest, this warmth seems to travel, spreading a sense of openness that feels both grounding and freeing at the same time. As the body settles into sleep, the spark of cayenne feels like a quiet pulse of life, gently nudging tired places to wake up and breathe again. It does not force change, but invites it, creating a sense of flow that feels natural and unstrained. There is a softness in this energy, a reminder that strength does not have to be loud to be powerful. In the stillness of the night, this warmth becomes a companion, sitting patiently with the body as it releases the weight of the day and prepares for renewal. There is also an emotional quality to this gentle fire, a sense of courage and lightness that seems to lift the spirit as much as the body. It feels like a reminder that vitality is not lost with age, only waiting to be reawakened. Each breath feels a little fuller, each moment of rest a little deeper, as if something inside is slowly opening again. The heart feels less heavy, the body feels less burdened, and there is a subtle joy in sensing that life is still moving within. This spark does not rush through the body, but flows with patience, weaving through tired muscles and weary thoughts, offering a sense of balance and calm. It is not about excitement or intensity, but about presence, about feeling alive in a gentle, sustainable way. Over time, this warmth becomes familiar, like a trusted friend that shows up quietly, bringing comfort without asking for attention. It is there in the background, steady and reassuring, reminding you that your body still knows how to respond, how to feel, how to move. Each night, as you rest, this subtle fire feels like a promise, not of sudden change, but of slow, meaningful renewal. It encourages the body to let go of heaviness and welcome ease, to soften where it is hardened, and to feel lighter where it is felt burdened. In this quiet rhythm, the spark of Cayenne becomes a symbol of resilience and gentle strength, carrying a warmth that continues to glow long after the day has ended. Turmeric powder carries a quiet calm that feels like a gentle sigh inside the body, a soft invitation to rest, release, and feel at peace. It moves through you like a warm light that does not rush or overwhelm, but slowly settles into the places that feel heavy, tired, or overburdened. There is a sense that it brings balance rather than change, as if it is reminding the body how to return to its natural rhythm. This calm is not empty or still, but full and nurturing, like the steady presence of something that understands what you need even before you do. As the night deepens and the world grows silent, this gentle presence seems to wrap around you, creating a feeling of safety and ease. It is as if the body feels permission to let go, to stop holding on to tension and worry, and to simply be. The warmth of turmeric does not demand attention, but quietly encourages a sense of harmony, allowing the heart to feel lighter and the breath to move more freely. In this stillness, there is a subtle shift, a sense that something within is finally able to rest. There is also a deep emotional comfort in this calm, a feeling that you are being cared for in a way that is both simple and profound. It reminds you that healing does not have to be dramatic or exhausting, that sometimes it is found in the quiet moments when you allow yourself to slow down. This gentle presence feels like a soft embrace, holding you steady as you drift into rest, carrying away the weight of the day. Over time, this calm becomes something you look forward to, a familiar sense of peace that grows stronger with each night. It does not promise sudden transformation, but offers a steady sense of balance that feels deeply reassuring. The body begins to respond to this quiet invitation, releasing what no longer serves it and welcoming a sense of ease that feels natural and unforced. There is a beauty in this simplicity, a reminder that small, consistent acts of care can create meaningful change. As you rest, this calm continues to flow, touching every part of you with a sense of gentleness and renewal. It is not about becoming something new, but about returning to who you have always been beneath the noise and strain of everyday life. In this quiet rhythm, the presence of turmeric becomes a symbol of peace and balance, carrying a warmth that lingers softly through the night. Ceylon cinnamon powder feels like a gentle sweetness that moves through the body, with quiet reassurance, like a familiar memory that brings comfort without needing to be explained. It carries a soft warmth that does not rush or overwhelm, but settles slowly, creating a sense of steadiness that feels deeply grounding. There is something tender in this presence, as if it is reminding you that balance can be kind, that care does not have to be strict or demanding. With each breath, this subtle warmth feels like a soft light glowing within, offering calm and a sense of emotional ease. As the body relaxes into the stillness of the night, this gentle sweetness seems to wrap around you like a warm blanket, easing the weight of the day and quieting restless thoughts. It does not push or pull, but gently guides the body toward a feeling of stability and peace. There is a softness in this experience, a sense that the body is being held in a place of comfort and safety. In this calm, the heart feels less guarded, and the mind feels less busy, as if the world has slowed just enough for you to rest. There is also an emotional warmth in this sweetness, a reminder that simple comforts can be deeply powerful. It feels like a moment of kindness offered to yourself, a pause that allows you to feel cared for in a gentle, nurturing way. Over time, this presence becomes familiar, like a quiet ritual that signals the body it is time to let go and find ease. The sense of balance it brings is not forced, but naturally unfolding, like a steady rhythm that the body begins to trust. As you continue this practice, the body starts to respond with a deeper sense of calm, releasing tension and welcoming a softer way of being. This gentle sweetness does not promise perfection, but offers consistency, a quiet reminder that stability can grow from the smallest moments of care. Each night, as you rest, this warmth lingers, creating a sense of harmony that feels both comforting and renewing. In this quiet rhythm, the presence of cinnamon becomes a symbol of steadiness and gentle balance, carrying a sweetness that flows softly through you, reminding you that peace can be found in the simplest of choices, and that even the smallest acts of care can bring a lasting sense of calm. Natto powder carries a quiet strength that feels almost invisible at first, like a gentle presence working patiently in the background. It does not announce itself with warmth or sweetness, but instead offers a sense of steady support, as if it is quietly reminding the body how to refresh and renew itself. There is something deeply reassuring about this subtle energy, because it feels reliable, calm, and enduring. It moves through you like a soft current beneath still water, unseen yet always present, encouraging the body to feel lighter and clearer with time. As you rest, this quiet strength feels like a companion that does not need words. It simply stays, holding space for renewal to happen naturally. There is no rush, no pressure, only a steady sense of trust that the body knows what to release and what to keep. In the stillness of the night, this gentle presence feels like a reminder that change does not have to be loud to be meaningful. It can be slow, patient, and deeply rooted, unfolding in its own time. There is also an emotional comfort in this steadiness, a feeling that you are being supported in a way that is subtle yet profound. It brings a sense of reassurance that even the parts of you that feel tired or worn are still capable of renewal. This quiet strength does not seek attention, but its influence can be felt in the way the body slowly begins to feel clearer and more at ease. It is like a soft promise that something within you is still working for your well-being. Over time, this presence becomes part of your nightly rhythm, a small but meaningful act of care that signals the body it is safe to let go. The weight you carry begins to feel lighter, not because it disappears all at once, but because you are no longer holding it alone. There is a sense of harmony in this process, a gentle flow that feels natural and comforting. It reminds you that healing is not a destination, but a quiet journey that unfolds with patience. As the night deepens, this subtle strength continues its calm work, encouraging the body to feel refreshed and renewed in its own way. It is not about control or force, but about trust and allowance, about letting the body do what it has always known how to do. In this peaceful rhythm, the presence of natto becomes a symbol of quiet renewal, carrying a steady sense of hope that lingers softly through the darkness.